Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama. For those of you who are new, I do record reviews here. I talk about the albums, but also play the albums. And I love opening up the records and sharing with you the music for the first time that I listen to them. I've been trying to promote lately a lot of modern jazz artists, but I also do a lot of the reissues and also different genres of music as well. But today I have a Enrico Rava and Mario Rusca album that's a Record Store Day 2022 release, originally recorded in 1996. So this one here is on red vinyl, and I've already got the hype sticker kind of peeled back so that I can stick it on the new album sleeve there. And I'm going to open this up. We're going to play it. We're also going to talk just a little bit about this album, which I really didn't know anything about, and started getting into some of the Italian jazz after I was sent albums from Bird Box Records out of Italy that I've done reviews on. You can go check those out. And I started reading about different Italian jazz artists who I'd never heard of before. And also, after interviewing Claudio Quattrone, who was on two of the albums I reviewed, he had also worked with Enrico Rava. So I was curious. I went and started investigating, and I was like, oh, I ran across this album. I listened to it online. I was impressed with it. And so I went and picked it up on eBay, still sealed. Again, a 2022 Record Store Day release. And we're going to listen to it. Now, this was recorded at Mondial Studios in Milan, December 1996. And these are two of the most, from my understanding and reading, two of the most popular Italian jazz artists, trumpeter Enrico Rava and pianist Mario Rusca. And this also features Rusca's trio members, double bass player Lucio Terzano, drummer Tony Arco. And the album alternates original compositions written by Mario Rusca with classics of the jazz genre. So this was originally released on CD in 1997, recorded by sound engineer Walter Biondi, produced by Vanni Moreto at SAR Records, with SAR Records founder Walter, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, Walter Gertler. And this was put out especially for Record Store Day in 2022 and reissued for the first time on LP. New artwork as compared to the original CD. And again, I was not familiar with these two artists at all. So I'm excited to play this for you guys. And I did try to look up some information on the studios in Milan, and I really couldn't find any information on the recording studios. So I don't know if they're still in business or not. But I'm going to talk a little bit about these two gentlemen. Enrico Rava, who's still alive. He was born in 20th of August, 1939 in Trieste, Italy. He's now 84 years old. He first started out with Gato Barbari's Italian Quintet in the mid-60s. Is kind of where he started his first commercial work. But he's worked with a lot of people that are well known to us in America, like John Abercrombie, Gil Evans, Joe Henderson, Joe Lovano, Pat Metheny, Cecil Taylor, Carla Bley, Lee Konitz, Paul Motian, and a lot of other people. And he's known mostly as kind of a straight-ahead bebop guy, but also gets into post-bop and avant-garde type of stuff. So, he's recorded different albums that celebrate the traditional type jazz, like Bix Beiderbecke, Louis Armstrong, Chet Baker, Miles Davis. I counted more than 65 albums as a leader, and there's a large list of him as a sideman or a collaborator with other jazz projects. So Rava is a very big name in Italy and not known by many in the U.S. So I'm happy to be doing this review. I hope it's a good pressing. I'm a little worried because it's on red vinyl, and my experience a lot of times with colored vinyl has not been the best, but we'll see. Mario Rusca is about the same age. He was born 2nd of April, 1937 in Turin, Italy. He's now 87. I believe he's still alive as well. He's an Italian jazz pianist and composer who's also worked with a lot of famous jazz musicians like Jerry Mulligan, Chet Baker, Tony Scott, Art Farmer, Stan Getz, Lee Konitz, and Woody Shaw. So this guy's also a well-seasoned jazz player, very famous in Italy, and he's also a big fan of classical music, but he got turned on to jazz when a friend of his, when he was a kid, turned him on to Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker. Now, this is just a regular paper sleeve, so that will go by the wayside, and I will put it in a polyline sleeve. As you know, I always complain about that. So that's gone. This is on a Joker label. The name of the album, of course, DNA, as I showed you. And there's the label, and it's on a transparent reddish kind of vinyl. There's a little bit of paper on it there. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this off. We're going to drop it on and see how it sounds. So let's see if it might be something you're interested in. There's several of them available online still, and I imagine it probably wasn't a very popular record store day release because, quite simply, nobody knows who he is in the United States, or very few know who he is. And a lot of his releases are not easily available. You know, I went online to look and see how many other recordings were available, and you can find some things on CD, not very much on vinyl. You can go on eBay and find some things, other things available by him, but not a lot. So compared to how famous he is and the amount of recordings that he's done, there's not a whole lot available, easily available to get. So this here's one of the ones that you can still find fairly easily for around, $20 or so. So we're going to put this on and check it out. We've got 10 tracks. Well, this shows 10 tracks. That might be the CD version. This actually has on side, let's see here. Side A, you've got DNA, How High the Moon, Flawless, Chromosome Blues. You got 4 tracks on side A. On side B, you've got Falling in Love with Love, My Foolish Heart, You and the Night and the Music. So you've got 3 tracks on side B. So it doesn't appear to be the full release that you had on the CD, but this is what you get on the record. And there you have it. So I'll show you a little closer. Let's drop it on and see what it sounds like. So we're just going to start off side 1, DNA. Let's see if we got a good pressing or how this thing sounds. I listened to it online streaming and I thought it was pretty good, the music, so I already hear just a little bit of surface noise. Let's see. Imagine this is from a digital source since it was recorded in '96. Doesn't say anything about the mastering, what the source is from. Let's see how it sounds here. Great trumpet player. So right off, pressing has a very, very slight warp to it. Nothing that's causing any issues. Don't hear any surface noise to speak of. But I'll say right now that it's a good mix. Everything is clean, but it does kind of have more of that trebly sound. So, you know, I just reviewed, for example, the West Montgomery, right? If you didn't see the review of this, go check it out. But all these analog recordings and even some of the other modern recordings have a little bit more depth than what I'm hearing on this. Doesn't sound bad, but so it's a brighter sounding recording. Doesn't sound bad, but I would say it doesn't have quite the depth of what I've heard on a lot of the other analog recordings. Bass sounds good. Drums, it's a nice mix. You really hear everything clear. Bass playing's fantastic too. Lucio Trozano on bass, Tony Arco on drums. Piano sounds great. This is just great straight ahead jazz. This is pretty cool stuff. So I'm digging it for the music. I wouldn't call it the greatest sounding recording I've ever heard, but it's nothing that's gonna be harsh to your ears. It sounds nice. I'm playing it on the Fluence RT85 with the Ortofon Blue, going through a shit mounty preamp into Yamaha HS8 speakers. And I just really like the playing. You know, when I listened to this online, I was just like, yeah, this is great jazz. A little bit, tiny bit of surface noise there, so again, not an audiophile pressing. I wouldn't call it an audiophile pressing. It's got a slight warp to it. Every once in a while, I can hear a little bit of surface noise here and there. But listen to the playing. How High the Moon, so I'll go ahead and let that play as well. Let you guys get a feeling for what this sound, you know, what the gist of the record is, but pretty much straight ahead jazz. Appreciate you guys hanging out for these reviews. Please subscribe. This channel is a hobby of mine. Most of my videos get demonetized, so I'm not making a lot of money. I think I'm up to $47 at this point in my earnings. So I do these reviews for you guys. I have fun doing them. I hope that doing some of these kind of odd pressings, more obscure pressings, maybe it's something you might be interested in. This is definitely one of those that is probably not very well known, but the music I think is fantastic. A little bit of surface noise. I wouldn't say this is one of those recordings that you have to have on vinyl. If you find a CD, you know, I wouldn't be against picking up the CD for this, but it's a pretty decent sounding recording, and the playing on it is fantastic. So always try to save the hype stickers to stick on here. Stay tuned. I've got Christian McBride and Inside Straight. This live from the Village Vanguard. I'm going to be doing a needle drop on this, so stay tuned for that. Got a lot of other stuff coming up. Hopefully some more interviews with jazz musicians, so stay tuned for those. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, there will be a review drop video. So stay tuned for those and subscribe. Leave your comments, please. You can tell this guy can get any kind of sound out of the trumpet that he wants. Personally, I think trumpet is one of the most difficult instruments to play well, to play really, you know, at a high level. But this guy's certainly well seasoned. So buy this for the music, not necessarily because it's on vinyl. Again, it sounds okay. A little surface noise here and there. The music is fantastic. So if you find it online at a good price and you like this, I would pick it up. Again, CD would be fine as well, but I'll go ahead and flip it over, start the song on the next side here to close out the video. Again, thank you for joining me. Please subscribe, give thumbs up, share it with other people if you think somebody might be interested in this, and leave your comments. Again, I always get excited when I see comments pop up on my phone because I like to see what you guys have to say. So, and I read all the comments. So I also like these videos to be kind of a forum for you guys to kind of talk about these records or talk about the artists or what have you. So let's put on side 2 here. This is going to be Falling in Love with Love, Hart and Rogers tune. So again, you can hear just a tiny bit of surface noise there. If you missed my full review on this, go check it out. This is a pristine pressing. This sounds fantastic. Go back one video before this one. I did a full review on this. Wonderful sounding, fantastic audiophile pressing. So go check that out. I also recommend, I did a full review on the Emirovitz Chroma. I've been promoting this on every video because I think it's a fantastic record. I'm enjoying it. Modern jazz, great players, good pressing. And I also recommend this one. I did a full review on this. Go check it out. If you like jazz vocalist, female vocalist, this is awesome. So go check this out, the video on this. Flying High, big band Canaries Who Soared. Wonderful recording. All right, folks, well, I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. Again, great jazz here, great Italian jazz players, something a little different, but straight ahead jazz, on red vinyl, little noise here and there, not terrible pressing, but not audiophile pressing, and nice mix. It sounds good, it's not fatiguing, you can hear everything well, everything is clear, you just don't have quite the depth or resonance that you'll have off of some of these other albums that I've reviewed. So that's my assessment. I'm sticking to it. All right, folks, we'll see you on the next album review video, and happy listening to all you all out there. Take care.